Why don't you see if Cook is gonna listen?
We can figure this out.
I get it, Paul. You've got every right to be pissed off at me, but we can work this out.
Keep talking.
Well, goodness, man, speak.
Look, It's over. You have my word on that.
Your word? What's your fucking word worth, huh?
I'll make it up to you. I know a way to get a lot of money right now. You and I both know the only reason Darcy comes up here is she's pissed at you. If you were flush again, everything would be different. Besides, I owe you for what I've done.
Well, what do you think?
We can always kill him later, if it doesn't work out.
I'm going to choose to ignore that comment. Here's the deal. I have some other, businesses on the side. One of them is helping Nelson Latimer spend his dad's money to make himself feel like a gangster.
I like the part about the money.
Holy shit, Cook, does Malcolm know about this?
What do you think? No, of course not. Anyway, that's between him and Nelson. So where was I? Oh yeah. Me and Nelson are supposed to be meeting some gentleman from Good Neighbor to exchange Nelson's cash for their chems. My plan is simple. We take the money and the chems.
I'm in. Let's do this.
What do you say, Paul? Are we good?
Good? Hardly. But I don't mind you helping me get rich.
Hey, let me ask you something.
Sure. Ask away.
It's just, with everything that's happened with you and your family, it's a whole hell of a lot to process. I wanted to make sure you're holding up all right.
Doesn't really matter. I'm here now. I've just got to deal with that.
Good attitude to have. Not the way I felt. Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws, sure, but it beats the hell out of anywhere else in the Commonwealth. Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the Institute as they are now. Maybe more. The massacre of the CPG was still pretty fresh in people's minds at that point, and folks were still losing sleep over the broken mask. Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison the drinking water. But at the time, they couldn't exactly turn me away.
Massacre of the CPG. What's that?
Years back, a group of settlements tried to get together and form a coalition. Every settlement with even a hint of clout sent representatives to try and hash out an agreement. Only the Institute sent a representative of their own, a synth. The man killed every rep at the talks. The Commonwealth Provisional Government was over before it even got off the ground. I took up in town not long after. I was damn lucky they didn't just tell me to scram right then and there.
Broken mask?
This was long before I'd moved to town, but apparently guess he didn't like the food because he pulled his pistol and opened fire on the folks. When security finally put enough holes in him to drop him, they say he was full of servo. Seems he malfunctioned, went berserk. It was the first time people realized that synths had stopped looking like me and started looking like them. Considering what these folks went through, I felt real lucky they let me in the front.
Why would you want to live among beggars?
Now, I couldn't really blame them, given the circumstance. Gal of about 15. Pride and joy of the mayor back then. Man by the name of... The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan hand. Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers. I didn't even know who I was rescuing, I took her home and the mayor dubbed me a hero. Offered me a place in town. Lots of folks protested. Taking up in the city was tricky at first, but I never tried to hide what I was, and people seemed to warm to that.
Was it hard, settling in?
Well, they sure didn't make it easy. I started off doing the jobs no one else wanted. I got more banged up being Diamond City's handyman than I ever did living out in the ruins. But I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter, so they started coming to me when people went missing. Wife runs off with a new paramour and takes the rent money with her. Talk to the synth. An upset father decides moving him and the kids to Good Neighbor in the dead of night's not the worst damn idea since the bomb. Go get Nick. After a while, the jobs got so backed up, they didn't even ask me to do the handyman stuff anymore. Hell, I was so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the Synth, but it was Nick the Detective folks came to see. It was about then that things finally started feeling normal. It took me a long time to realize, with some time and effort, this place can be home for you, too. That's a long story, but I hope it helps. Want to get moving?